It is Ryan here, and I have a question for you. What do you do when you win? Like, are you a fist pumper, a woohooer, a hand clapper, a high fiver? I kind of like the high five, but if you want to hone in on those winning moves, check out Chumba Casino. At ChumbaCasino.com, choose from hundreds of social casino-style games for your chance to redeem serious cash prizes. There are new game releases weekly, plus free daily bonuses. So don't wait. Start having the most fun ever at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Blog Talk Radio.
All right. Hello. All right. Welcome to another episode of Barbershop Talk Radio. I'm your host, Shaune, and I have a special guest today, my homeboy from back in the day. Mr. Tommy. Tommy,
good?
What's up, man?
What's good with you, bro?
Same-ish, different dizzy. It's been hard out here for Eagles fans. It's been hard out here.
No, you're good. It's ridiculous. It's like a phone call.
It gets very, very animated for a show, yeah.
Hold up. Before we continue about this, about the Eagles, before we get into our spiel, let's applaud Tommy for winning the mother effing fantasy league. Congratulations, champion. Let's applaud him.
Appreciate it. That should be my first fantasy chump award.
Wait. So how many fantasy awards have you? How many fantasies have you won?
I think it should be like 6 or 7.
6 or 7?
Maybe.
What? Are you kidding me?
At least 6 or 7, minimum.
That's amazing.
I won my first year right on I've never won a league.
I definitely said that.
I've never won a league with the lowest score. That's for sure.
A fantasy book, but I never met somebody that was the lowest scorer won a championship
ever. Never.
The lowest scorer won the championship.
I almost did it in 2 leagues. Lowest scorer in both leagues made it to the second round and won. Lost by 2 points. And then if I would have made it to that final, I'd have beat that person by 20 plus.
Like, okay. I mean, I've never heard that. Never.
Luckiest year by far.
Yeah, it's the luckiest thing I've ever heard. But we're not gonna get into all that. We're not gonna get into all that. But I want to talk about the Eagles, man.
What's to talk about right now?
What is there to talk about? I mean,
talk about coaching. You talk about coordinators.
Tell me.
We got talent, but they're not showing up on a weekly basis. That's for sure.
Fix the Eagles. Tell me what is the main thing wrong with the Eagles? You tell me, Tommy.
Well, there's coordinators in place for a reason, and we are not coordinated.
Is that what you think it is?
I truly believe it. We just got terrible defensive schemes. We got terrible offensive schemes. Bad play calling when it comes down to it.
So you think we're out there dancing, stepping on people's feet?
Dude, the proof is on the field. Proof is on the field. We still got what? We still have at least 70% of that talent on defense from prior year. We had a number 1 rush defense for what, 8 to 10 weeks? What happened to that? So we added one of the worst rush defenses over the last half of the season.
We added one of the worst
secondary.
We added the worst rush defense onto the worst third down converting defense, worst pass defense.
Tell me the last game you saw an adjustment on a game plan.
Well, the last one I would say is probably Buffalo or Kansas City.
Like when was the time you seen us make a mid-game adjustment? Sirianni on the sideline coaching.
Kansas City or Buffalo. Like that was when was the last big one we had? Buffalo, right?
At least, which wasn't even a big win at the time. Now it is because Buffalo's on a tear.
Then we got our hiney holes ripped out of our diapers. We got our hiney hole ripped out of our diapers by San Francisco. We clearly have not recovered from that. We have not recovered from San Francisco.
We just got out
taking our lunch money.
We got outcoached and beat by a 3-12 team.
We definitely got outcoached.
I just feel like the proof's on the field.
This is what I say. And I think I said it to you earlier. I believe everyone wants to blame Sirianni. Okay, you can blame him to a certain extent. But I believe that the problem is Jeffrey Lurie and Howie Roseman. Okay? Why did we fire Doug Peterson? Why was Doug Peterson fired 2 years after he just won the Super Bowl? Why? Why was he fired? He was fired because he wanted his own coaches. He wanted to pick his own coaches. He wanted to pick his own guys. He wanted his own guys to, like, that's what it was. Which, when you're telling me that Doug Peterson left the job, it wasn't over Carson. We all thought it was because of Carson Wentz. Well, we were like, oh, they picked Carson Wentz over Doug Peterson, which was the furthest thing from the truth. They didn't. What they did was they fired Doug because he wanted his own coaches. What do you think about that, Tommy?
Like Howie may have needed a fall guy.
Yeah, I didn't know. I thought Sirianni hired the offensive defensive coordinator. I didn't know it was Jeffrey Lurie that hired him.
I mean, at the end of the day, a general manager's job is to provide your staff, right, your team. So if you're not going to have the coach involved, then the coach shouldn't be the one taking blame. But for me, I feel like we have the talent. We just don't have any type of coaching in place.
That's what I figure. If it's Nick Sirianni, if he's the one responsible for hiring an offensive and defensive coordinator, then he should get the backlash.
But he's not, because Doug Peterson basically left the job because he wasn't allowed to pick his own coaches. When he took the job for Chip Kelly, they told him Deuce Staley was going to be his coach. They told him that. He didn't hire Deuce Staley. You know what I'm saying? So that wasn't just Deuce was just a great guy. That practice has stayed there. He's still not allowed to pick. You think Shaune Desai and what's that, Brian Johnson, you think Sirianni hired them? Absolutely not. It was the owner and the GM. That's what I think.
There's no cohesiveness amongst coaches. What coach is supposed to bring that together?
Nick Sirianni put together a staff of young coaches, including defensive coordinator Jonathan Gannon and offensive coordinator Shane Steichen.
Both got head coaching jobs.
But they both got head coaching jobs. But he did not hire them. Howie Roseman and the owner hired them. Okay, they did. They have the head coach. The Eagles head coach is nothing. Once Andy Reid left, the head coaching job after Chip Kelly has been nothing but a puppet of Howie Roseman and Lurie. That's what it's been.
Nick Sirianni demoted defensive coordinator. He demoted him.
He don't got the power. He's the head coach, but he does not have the power to demote anybody.
Did we upgrade with the demotion?
No.
Not at all.
Why would you hire what's his name? The defensive coordinator now?
We had
the dude from New England. What's his name?
Matt Patricia.
We had Patricia was hired after they gave Desai the job. Right afterwards.
57 strong minutes against Seattle, and then ever since then, what happened?
Nothing.
Same shit.
Bad. Down the hill. It looks the same. You're right.
We
Absolutely.
are exposable. We're getting exposed.
They can't tackle. They can't cover. They can't do anything.
I'm not talking about scrapping Jalen, but we need a rebuild in a lot of places. If we lose this old veteran line, we need to scrap a secondary to the T. We need a linebacker core. What do we have? I think we have a good, solid, young defensive group that's going to take years to develop.
Years? You think years to develop?
I'm thinking years to develop. Where are our sacks? Where are our turnovers? Where is our pressure? Where the hell's just basics? Our basics are missing.
What's the biggest weakness on the team right now?
I think it's coaching. Like, coaches supposed to make these adjustments. They're supposed to make these adjustments, right? There's talent on that team, but you can't get talent. How many years did Washington bring in nothing but talent but could do nothing?
True.
They had a great defense of names but couldn't bring them together. It's what we're looking at. And it looks like amateur hour.
Denver?
Because it is.
Denver gave up 70 points, and their defense is better than the Eagles.
I'll take that defense right now.
Literally. like Chicago, the Eagles have the worst defense in the league, or they are just the poorest coach. They're coached poorly more than any other team in the league.
Our game plan is the same thing week in, week out. I don't think it matters on who we're playing. It's the same game plan.
Yeah.
And we're not making adjustments. That's all there is to it. Just tell me the last time you saw Sirianni in the middle of a coaching group on the sideline, just trying to build. I don't ever see him coach anyone.
That's what I said. I said that to you before. I'm like,
yo,
how come Jalen Hurts is always on the sideline sitting there with a stupid look on his face? No one's ever talking to him.
The last time you've seen Sirianni in a group of people was when A.J. Brown threw a fit against the Vikings.
Yep.
And then he tried to play. Then he tried to play stupid in the press conference.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you mean? Oh, yeah. Well, we saw you over there. Oh, yeah. Well, it was not. I mean, it's fucking amateur hour and it's showing.
They don't coach up the guys on the sideline. They don't call anybody out like in the media, which I understand that, but everyone's saying it's Sirianni. I don't think, listen, check this out. Why I feel like they're doing, why the coaches are doing what the owner and the GM wants them to do right now is because when Schwartz was our defensive coordinator, right? It didn't look nothing like what he was doing. He's the defensive coordinator for Cleveland right now. They don't look nothing like what the Eagles are doing right now, right?
Yep.
Neither does the dude from the Cardinals. What's his name?
Gannon.
Jonathan Gannon's defense don't look nothing like what he was running last year with the Eagles.
Just look how much.
It's the same thing, but different guys, same thing. Different guys, same thing, which means that it's the GM and the owner. It doesn't matter what your name is. They're running the same thing because they're doing what they're told instead of doing what they do.
I think another big.
How much Jalen Hurts regressed from last year.
Why is that?
He doesn't look like he's bought in at all. Like he's got his money, he's checked out. But when you have divas like A.J. Brown throwing fits every fucking game, and you have somebody so mellow like him, you don't see a fire or a passion. You see a lot of just the same plain face. So you don't look like you have just someone that can get up and drive them.
Yeah,
you know
he's almost like Eli Manning.
He's
almost like Eli Manning.
Professionals could be when it comes down to it, but you like to see a little fire out of your quarterback on the sideline.
Absolutely. Show me that you're alive.
A.J. Brown, shut your bitch ass up. I got this.
Yo,
one time.
Show me something. Show me some type of energy.
On the sideline. I just feel like it's time for a build. Like, we're gonna have a lot of work.
We can't blame this game. There's no way we're blaming this game on Jalen Hurts.
But at the end of the day, let's go back to coaching. You're up by fucking 15 points. What happens?
You just completely
squandered
it because you couldn't stop anybody.
6 minutes. Cardinals putting up fucking 15 points coming out of half.
Like Howie Roseman has to take some part in this. He decided not to keep Edwards or White or any of our linebackers. Like
we are last year's Vikings. A great record, hiding how bad we really were, and while we were winning, we weren't making adjustments on the bad. We just kept riding the same shit.
Yep. Applause.
Even when we win. And I feel like all of it got swept under the rug, and as soon as we started getting bad, you got the fingers coming out.
But what got bad? Like something drastically happened to our run defense. Something drastically happened to our run defense. Once our run defense completely hit the bottom of the barrel, everything else completely just crumbled. It was like, Eagles pass defense sucks, but nobody can run on us. Not anymore, man. It's like they
I just don't think
they beat us down.
They didn't choose to run on us. They were like, oh, you know what? Let's fuck them up this way about week 8.
Yeah.
They were throwing all over us to begin with, and then you had a couple quality teams come in knowing they can run the ball.
Like,
and they ran it right down our throats.
But you're going to call Arizona Cardinals a quality team? I don't think so. I think the Eagles were just exposed. They were exposed, but it wasn't by a quality team. It was by a quality coach with a quality game plan.
Mid-season, when we were playing quality teams, they came in with a quality run game, and they stuck to it.
True.
Something we don't
do. That's
exactly
that's what committing to the run
we dominated time
means.
of possession early in the season. What happened to our time of possession?
Like We don't do that anymore.
There's no
Like-
dedication. There is no culture. There's nothing that says, hey, this is who we are, and we're going to do this every week. Besides a tush push.
I mean, when they were like, "Yo, Eagles don't have,"
That's not
when the Moose Johnson was saying that the Eagles don't have an identity,
We don't.
it's like, yo, how can you argue with them?
You can't.
How can you argue with that?
Fucking 2nd and 18, you're guaranteed for a Jalen keeper. Like,
Yeah.
what we stick to is the stupid shit. 3rd and 20 fucking screen passes.
What was the turning point in that game against the Cardinals yesterday? 2 days ago. What was the turning point? Where did we lose control of that game?
James Conner, man. That dude went off on us, bro.
I don't really think. I don't remember.
Looking
I don't
like
remember
Moss in
any.
the
I don't
end
remember
zone.
any. I don't remember any play over 15 yards.
We're making.
A couple missed tackles, missed sacks, and then
Yep.
completely missed James Conner in the end zone. Or whoever
Sweat. It was Morrow. Morrow let James Conner basically one-handed catch, but Sweat is the one that missed the sack, and they got a touchdown off of it. You got to get. Yo, they did the same thing against the Cowboys. Like, yeah, Hassan Reddick getting to that Prescott, but not bringing him to the ground. You got it. This is the worst tackling team I've ever seen in my life.
It's pretty fucking sloppy.
The only one that can tackle is, and he's 50-50, is Blankenship. Like, honestly, who else tackles on the defense? We don't have a linebacker that can tackle at
you
all.
don't even like Blankenship.
I don't.
I know. You talk pure shit.
But he's our best tackler.
You are not wrong.
Yeah.
Your sports shows were saying that it's so bad because of Slay. And it'll get better once your boy Slay comes back.
No.
One of the best corners in the league.
They both got to go.
Yo, Ringo is a better DB at this point than Slay. Ringo had a rough, I wouldn't even say a rough game.
Our highlight play of the year on defense happened last Sunday.
Was the pick
Sidney
six?
Brown with
Yeah.
a beautiful return. What else do we
I
really
mean,
have this year to say that was the difference maker? That was a beautiful play. That shows talent. Nothing. I just feel like we are not who we were a year ago, and it only took a few players to change that. I don't. I really think it's coordinators.
The coaching.
Man. It's coaching and coordinators.
The coaching.
We have a lot of fucking talent still left on that team.
Yeah.
But you're right. But what changed, though? Because for the first 9 weeks, they were like almost seemed unstoppable. And then overnight, they just switched to a different team.
It's people watched what you were doing. They saw what you're doing, and they realized that the Eagles run a Pop Warner, a Babe Ruth, a Little League offense. Yo, can you tell me you can't call the plays out?
Damn near 90% of the
Almost
time you're on
every time I
you
can
can
call
see the
play.
formation. I'm like, this again?
Yeah, like, don't do the draw. Don't do the draw. Don't do the draw. Boom, here we go. Draw. Oh, you didn't do the draw. You did a sweep. Who cares? It's still the same stupid shit. Why did you stop running between the A, B gap with
games on the line?
With the game on the line?
Swing it out the game well. Games on the line.
Yeah,
not even
I'm
utilizing your
gonna get this guy to call in. So I want to hear what he says. Yo, what's up?
Yeah,
Shaune?
but what were you saying about the breakdown for the playoffs? If was it Buffalo does this happens?
So Buffalo, if they win, they're in. They take the 2 seed. If they lose, then they gotta hope either Jacksonville or the Steelers lose in order to make the playoffs. And then Jacksonville's in the same scenario, winning they're in, and they would need someone to lose because whoever wins Houston and the Colts this week is guaranteed to be in because of strength of schedule.
Gotcha.
So Bills got a lot on the line, but we really were the last team to really beat that Bills team, like, handedly. Thought that comeback was great. But Bills been on a tear ever since, so glad we're not in the AFC. I really feel like we have to draw what we're going to draw. We need the NFC South. We have to play that 4 seed. I think that's our only shot at even winning one playoff game if we don't have any adjustments. It's too late in the year for it.
So what happens if the Eagles this week and Dallas loses? Because they said that the Eagles have to win and Dallas has to lose for them to win the division.
So if they
if they
both lose and the Lions win, Dallas falls at 3, and
Dallas
the Eagles
goes
stay
at 3,
at 5.
and Dallas. If they both lose, Dallas stays at 3. Yeah, you're right, and the Eagles stay at 5. But who cares?
Gotcha.
Like, what did you tell me? What did you tell me?
We're just as bad on the road or at home.
Yo, applaud them. Applaud them.
But they play.
And the Eagles' home field advantage used to mean something.
Last year it meant something. All right.
Yeah, you get that Philly crowd fired up at home in the playoffs. It is a difference maker.
They're disgusted.
But it just doesn't seem like we can capitalize on those opportunities lately.
People at my job were saying that if the Eagles lose to the Giants this week, that Eagles fans are going to tear that stadium apart.
I think a lot of them
almost tore the stadium apart.
I feel like a lot of them might have like their reality check at this point. I know we got different types of fans that understand the reality, and then we're in our dream worlds of Eagles fans. But if you don't realize what we are now, put on Denny Green. They are who they thought they were. Like, their defense suck, and they can get exposed 10 different ways, and that's what happens. Coordinators aren't making those adjustments.
The Eagles can't stop. What, you looking for Charlie Murphy?
Getting beat playing zone, you get beat playing man, you got no pass rush.
Coach, 4 picks against Grossman and 2 fumbles. What did you see about the Bears? We shut them down that way?
No, we just the Bears are what we thought they were. They're what we thought they were. We played them in preseason. Who the hell takes a third game in the preseason like it's bullshit? Bullshit. We played them in the third game. Everybody played 3 quarters. The Bears are who we thought they were. And that's why we took the damn field. Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook.
We let them off the hook. No, the Cardinals, I think it's reversed here. I think the Cardinals are saying the Eagles are who we thought they were.
Y'all had fucking Greg
But
Dortch.
we didn't let them off the hook.
Y'all had Greg Dortch looking like Debo Samuel. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, for real.
Like, we make mediocre players look great.
Same thing with the Seahawks game. Like, they lost that game too, but Seattle was so shocked that they won.
They honestly...
They did not go to that game expecting to win. You can tell by how excited they were on the sideline.
got beat down the same sideline twice in 3 to 4 plays. How do you not protect that? Oh, he just gave up a 50-yarder to Metcalf. All right, well, let's leave that uncovered for, what, Smith-Najiba?
Yeah.
Which was a beautiful catch on his part. Like,
but Bradbury has to do a better job.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we got too many big names not doing enough.
Bradbury has to do a better job. All right, let's take this call. Yeah.
Yo,
what's up? What's up, Shaune? What's going on?
what's going on?
Yo, man, we're just talking football, dog. Like, I'm here with my guy Tommy, Shaune,
good,
Tommy.
Man.
You guys are you guys are both like my therapists here. Like, I talk to both you guys about football, the Eagles, and everything. You're my fantasy therapist, my Eagles therapist. So it's time that you guys finally meet each other. So
On air.
On air.
On air.
So,
you know what I'm saying? Make it memorable.
So, Shaune, what is wrong with the Eagles? You tell me, if you got all the power in the world, tell me what's wrong with the Eagles and tell me how you fix it, if you can fix it.
The most glaring part was the certain losses that over the off season was overlooked, and I was already saying it. Like, I felt like the loss to DJ Gardner-Johnson in the back, having somebody who can play the slot. If there's an injury to a corner where Maddox there who can play the slot, come down in the box, and also can cover tight ends and receivers in the slot. Like, that's huge. They're getting killed over the middle a lot, and with the slot, having troubles with the slot corners. Now you're having Reed Blankenship have to cover more and be down in man coverage a lot. He's not really a cover guy. He's a run support. So that's already one right there. TJ Edwards, too, losing him, I thought that y'all should have kept him because he played a big role. He made an impact last year. He was a great linebacker for the Eagles last year.
We groomed him. We drafted him. We groomed him. We made him our guy. And then let him walk.
You made him a guy and then let him walk. That's crazy. Like, I feel like you're supposed to sign him. And he's a dog right now for the Dogs.
He's a leading tackler.
Yeah, he's fucking eating it up. So it's like, I didn't like letting him go. And then that's just like the defensive problems I see mainly. Like, I don't know what's up with, like, to me the most like surprising is like the D line letting up this many rushing yards this past game. Like, I usually like the passing game was stopped.
Hargrave.
Yo, did you hear him?
Yeah.
Do you feel like we filled the void of just Hargrave alone?
See, the crazy part is, like, I don't know, because, like, the Eagles have such a depth and rotation between the D linemen. It's like, if you kept Hargraves, like, how would you be able to make somebody thrive because y'all have so much? Like, I feel like you'll get more consistency once one of, like, the veterans retire or something, and you're really able to get Jalen Carter on the field all, like, you know what I'm saying, more snaps. I don't think that, like, it's such a different rotation. Nolan's not getting enough snaps, so people think Nolan's a bust. Like, it's just, like, certain things. But I would say I feel like y'all should have grabbed Brian Branch in the draft instead of Nolan.
Last year we made the moves that we did.
Bad.
Like last year we made a late move, got 2 old plugs in the middle, even though they were old. They did make a little bit of a difference for us. Why are we not making moves now?
They actually, yeah, that's right. I mean, last year that was actually a huge move because they were actually like Sue and Linval Joseph were actually they were great pieces. They were great pieces for the championship run. But
I feel like we're not even trying.
I mean, this year they were like bare minimum moves, like Julio Jones. Like it's not going to be a crazy difference maker. Shaq Leonard, you know what I'm saying? Like obviously.
Hold up.
I don't think Shaq.
You said Shaq Leonard. Shaq Leonard's play is. Hold up. This. Shaq Leonard is done, bro. Shaq Leonard is done. He can't bro, he's done. Done. He can't tackle. He can't cover. He's stealing right now. Bro, I think it's crazy because I think it's just trickling down, like, and it's sometimes even more fundamentals, like there's too many broken tackles. Like even that play against Arizona, against Dortch on the out route, bro. If you make that tackle instead of trying to like dive for the ball, instead of just try to wrap them up and tackle them right there, that alleviates immediate. Oh, they're in the red zone at the 5-yard line. Give them the hint, Connor and touchdown. If you stop them right there, it changes the game. Like it's just certain stuff. Like bro, you got to talk about one tackles.
The basic fundamental and most important time of the game, not even there.
Tackling is poor. It's too much rap. Like literally, James Conner run after contact is just way too much. It was just way too much. Dortch is just going like after catch. It's like damn. What's the name was crazy. I'm like, bro, ain't no way you mean tell me that Shaq Leonard coming full speed can't tackle a 5'10", 190-pound running back, and he flies right off of him.
Yo,
he flies right off
of
him. I'm like
the Michael Carter bust, the player that he was from the Jets, had his best game of his life against the Eagles.
He's a backup running back. Backup running back, bro. He was a third string for the Jets. Had to had 2 running backs. Crazy, bro.
He lost his job to Dalvin Cook, who couldn't even get on the field for the Jets. He lost his job to them. He had his best game of his career against the Eagles. Wow. Like to me, like that, I feel like that's the main problem with the defense. I feel like it's not I feel like they had to reassure that like the safety spot. It was just made such a difference. Now offensively, it's play calling for sure. You have the same players you had last year. Nothing has changed. So that's it's scheme. But that's what I'm saying when I was saying Shane Steichen really is a mastermind because he's able to get the best out of Gardner Minshew. Even like after Anthony Richardson, actually no one forget that. Beginning of the Colts season, you was never saying, the Colts is a playoff contender with that roster that you seen. You was never thinking that. Had them playing competitively and getting production out of both quarterbacks, either Anthony Richardson. He's about to make the playoffs with Gardner Minshew. He's about to make the playoffs with Gardner Minshew, a team that won 2 games last year, is about to make the playoffs with a backup quarterback, bro.
They drafted a quarterback and they drafted a receiver, but like in the draft, they didn't make any like, oh my God, like this is like they won the draft. Like it wasn't like that kind of draft, and they're getting this much production out of that. And that's how you know, because even now last year with Shane Steichen, you had no problems with the Eagles' offense at all last year. At all.
We had everything together.
Like that.
We were
coordinated together. Yeah.
Jalen Hurts looked like a superstar last year.
You made Miles Sanders look like a top 10 running back last year.
Yep. He can't even start in Carolina.
He lost his job. in
He
Carolina.
got paid in
Yep.
roster job. No. You talking about free money? That's free money. that's free money.
Yeah.
He's getting
Chuba Hubbard got his job. Why?
Took over.
Because Miles Sanders wasn't that good. That's what Shane Steichen. Not Shane. What's his name? Offense coordinator.
Yeah, Shane Steichen.
Yeah, Shane Steichen.
Oh, you talking about?
That's what he.
Yeah.
That's what he does. I was thinking. I was saying Jonathan Gannon. But that Shane Steichen schemes. His schemes and his. It's like either you got it or you don't. Like, Brian Johnson doesn't have anything.
See, Brian Johnson. See, his problem is managing. Okay, you're up 21-6. You get the ball. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. So you're up 21-6 at halftime. Okay, they get the ball to come out and score, right? So why wouldn't you think to, like, try to run the ball more? You're throwing the ball. You give the ball back, and they come down and tie the game right back. You're not holding leads because you're still playing like you're playing from behind. You have one of the best lines. Why are you not running the ball?
He plays like he's always losing. But they're good plays either. They're stupid routes. Like,
and then,
bro,
and then doing mind-boggling plays. Like, the playoffs is coming up. Okay, so we're like the Texans did with Tank Dell, having Tank Dell in on the goal line package trying to block, getting his leg rolled up. You put him as a lead blocker on the screen. Your smallest receiver to block. Why?
One of the smallest guys in the NFL, but one of the toughest.
Why is he getting the screen, and then you're throwing it to and A.J. Brown or Julio blocking? Like, that makes to me more sense.
Why?
It doesn't make sense. And then you do it on third down, so you don't even get a chance. Like, you don't even get a chance to try to get the first down.
The play calling has affected us so much that our defense has been bad all year, but because we controlled it with the run game early, we kept our defense from getting exposed as much just off of time of possession alone. But now that we're going 3 and out, running these ridiculous plays with no meaning, it seems like, no rhythm, we're putting our fucking trash defense right back on the field to get torched even more.
That's a fact. There is no rhythm to our offense, and our defense can't stop anybody. So, bro, they had the ball for 40 minutes. 40 minutes out of a 60-minute game.
We still have 70 to 80% of that talent from last year. So what's the difference?
The difference is that this guy, they hired some guy that didn't deserve to be hired.
So it's amateur hour in his shows right now.
Like, he's not even a high school coordinator, bro. But they did it pandering. This is Jalen Hurts' quarterback's coach from high school, and, this is his buddy.
We were foolish. We blew one against the Jets. No, that's who we were.
Like, stupid. Yeah, that's exactly who we are. They are who we thought they were. We are who we thought they were. Like, we are a team who can't tackle, has no type of, what's that called? Imagination when it comes to offense, defense. We don't blitz. Our pass rush has gotten old real quick. Our run game is non-existent because it's they don't want to run the ball. They don't want to run the ball. The only person they want to run the ball is Jalen Hurts, which is effing weird. Like, we were running the ball with Swift down their throats, and then you decide to run 2 times in a row with Jalen Hurts for what?
Who's had a give ankle for half the season.
With a bum knee and with a peg leg. What? Why? What?
Why?
Why is it okay? Why do you want to run the ball with Jalen Hurts so much, but not the running backs?
Trying to make them Jackson.
But it's not like they're not averaging 5 yards a carry. It's not like they're not averaging that. What? Why? Why are you? I don't know.
Damn. So what do you think? What happens with the whole corner situations all season? You blow that up like Slay and Bradbury, that they're gone.
Absolutely. Keeping it real, dog. Keeping it real is this might sound crazy, but I would keep Bradbury over Slay.
They both gotta go. I think it's time to go young. Let's try to find something, see what free agency brings. But ultimately, most people don't like my point of view on A.J. Brown.
You hate
I don't like it.
Go ahead, tell him.
He's an amazing athlete, great receiver. But when you have someone who blows up your dynamic like a T.O., or a Chad Johnson on the sideline.
I understand
How can
why
you
you're
come
saying
together when you got someone throwing a fit while you're winning by 20?
Yeah,
I just feel like he
with
needs
him.
to be traded, and we need draft capital.
Bro, I don't want to trade
I absolutely
him.
do.
I don't want to
I'd
trade
rather
him.
take a top corner right now.
Nah,
but I've always
that's the
loved
only thing.
Eagles defense.
That's the only thing I would say, that I don't think that you should trade him though. I don't, because I feel
Absolutely
like your
not.
offense.
Do you think Sirianni can catch him?
Like,
Can Sirianni coach him though? Because Sirianni, look at him, he's yelling at the sidelines on the other side of the field. So how do you let one hothead calm down another hothead?
Nah, that is true. That's the hard game about it. See, that's the same thing with the whole T.O. situation. Like, I wish the Eagles kept T.O. He changed it. Like, when you get it, because it's like, okay, if you trade him, right, now you're resetting Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts become Jalen Hurts when you added him, and that's for a lot of great quarterbacks. When Josh Allen got dig, when you add that alpha one with Smitty, it is good. But if you trade him, you better get somebody with that effect. And that's hard. That's a gamble. Then you're starting your offense.
Throw it to Kenneth Gainwell.
Yeah, that I don't see, like, that's what I don't understand too. Like, I like
do,
Gainwell is solid and all, but like, you got, like, to me, like, what's up with Rashad Penny? Like,
I just feel like this decision makers all the way around. Yeah, Penny was a pointless pickup.
Like why is he not? He can run the ball. He had one rush for like 11 yards, and then that was it.
The whole season's like, what, 12 carries? Kind of crazy.
Like, he's our secret weapon. We're gonna bring him out during the playoffs.
Put him at corner.
Like, we don't even run the ball. We just don't run the ball.
That's the thing. It comes down to the decision makers on the team. We still got a lot of that talent there, and an even better running back, a real running back, I think, in the backfield compared to Miles Sanders.
Yeah.
And we don't even stick to that plan that made us
Swift. This is the first year Swift's ever went over 100 yards. I mean, 1,000 yards.
And played damn near every game. He played every game.
And
that's the healthiest. That was Swift's problem.
Sanders.
They just don't want to give him the ball.
Swift's problem was in Detroit was staying healthy. That's why I let him go, and he's played a full season and gave you guys 1,000 yards. And he's 1,000 times better than Miles Sanders.
Miles Sanders looks like he's like a year out of the almost a year out of the NFL, and he's done.
He's not explosive. Like, there's certain running backs that's like he's only good with great holes. Like, he was getting great holes and playing for the Eagles. You're not getting touched within 6 yards. Like, you're good, but then when you actually have to do a little bit more, he's not a difference maker. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't have the vision. He's not a difference maker.
Got the starting job, and
he's
slow.
He's more explosive. He can break tackles. Like, he don't even break tackles. Like, he just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was already saying that. So when they paid him, like, see, the Panthers, man, they just gave away dead money.
That was your boy.
Who?
That's your boy that just got fired from back-to-back jobs mid-season. He's the first coach in NFL history to be fired back-to-back years mid-season.
Who, Frank Wright?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then the Eagles are talking about bring Frank Wright in here. Nobody wants that stinking loser fucking around here. Get out of here. I don't want that stinking loft stench around my team. Get out of here. Like, I don't want that. Get the hell out of here.
Only person in NFL history to be fired through his first 2 seasons halfway through the year. It's kind of crazy.
Ever.
But Carolina's on some fuck shit right now, too. They pulling the plug on anyone mid-season.
But I don't want
that. They did it to McCaffrey. They pulling the plug on everybody.
Well, they got good. I don't even think they got the right amount of money for McCaffrey. Like, I don't think they got the right kind of capital for McCaffrey.
You didn't like McCaffrey till fantasy this year. Then you became a fan of McCaffrey.
I'm not a McCaffrey fan. Don't get it fucked up. Don't get it fucked up. I'm not a McCaffrey fan. I just think that I appreciate him. Is McCaffrey a Hall of Famer right now? If he retires right now, is he a Hall of Famer? No.
3-4 more years, probably.
No. He ain't gonna last 3-4 more years.
We'll see, man.
Absolutely
He's doing
not.
all right. I don't know what happened
Absolutely
last
not.
week.
I think Beast Mode's more of a Hall of Famer than McCaffrey.
For sure. I mean, health definitely is, because he was playing hurt, and they were doing him like Saquon over there, man, just running him to the dirt, using him every play, getting too many touches. Like,
no, he's just not, bro. He's always hurt, bro. He's always hurt.
Yeah. I mean, he did a good job. He's been solid this season, though. He's been staying healthy for majority of the games, played every game.
Listen, if my team wasn't so stacked like it was, if my team wasn't so stacked like it was, Thank you. If my team wasn't as effective as it was,
Can we get around for auto draft?
McCaffrey effing got hurt in the playoff in the People's Championship games. McCaffrey got hurt in the People's Championship games and cost them their championship. Yo, there's no reason for Elijah Mitchell to have a couple touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
You said it.
Man, look,
you don't expect in the playoffs.
Yo.
He lasted this long without an injury, man. Shoot, man. I mean, he played most of the season. I just tell you that.
Almost 2 years out. He almost had 2 years healthy.
Yeah.
I don't know how serious this is.
Yeah. But the guy that exploded for me that was unexpected was George Pickens.
Well, just that one game.
No.
He had
another good-ass game. The next game.
Yeah,
100 yards.
I'm telling
you. Like 7 catches, 131.
Look, as a Steelers fan, that's what I've been saying, like, oh, we should trade George Pickens, his attitude. I'm like, bro, like, you don't just find talent like this. I'm acting like we do with the history, but I'm tired. Why would you keep resetting? Why?
I'm a firm believer in
right
that
there.
defense. If I could have a great offense or a great defense, I want a great fucking defense. That's just who I am.
But there is no great defense in the NFL. Nobody has a great defense.
My favorite thing is
hard
like,
because there's a lot of defenses that's exploitable.
Curses, Dawkins, Shepard. Like, we had great defenses.
That was
but I feel like at that time and point, like you were able to really play defense. Like it's the offensive game. You gotta allow people to catch the ball. Like at that point, like see that's the same thing I was talking about. Like even for like the Steelers' old defense, Palomalu, Larry Foote, Woodley, James Harrison. Oh, they would be flying out the league. James Harrison hits was crazy. He's ejected 5 games. He's right out of there.
You can't play like that anymore. So there is no great defense.
The Ravens defense with Ray Lewis and Ed Reed, y'all are out of there. Y'all are getting suspended. Like you can't play like that.
Well, that's why I don't understand why everybody's trying to act like the Ravens got this great defense and the Browns got this great defense and the Steelers have this great defense. And I'm like, there is no great defenses in the league no more, man. A great defense is if you give up 20 points.
It's just good for the league. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have a good pass rush and you're able to create turnovers, that's a good defense right now. If you're able to create turnovers and get to the quarterback, that's your main key. And that's what the Ravens do. They got, like, the most sacks. They create turnovers, and they score off of them. Like, that's what you call a great defense at this point. You ain't going to really get somebody to shut down.
I guess that's what it is.
Yeah, that's what you really could say because it's an offensive game. You got and there's just too many like back then, like I mean, I could say back then, but like I don't know. I just feel like there's more of a difference maker. It's different type of football now. Like how do you stop a team like last year with the Eagles with a great RPO? You can run the ball and you can pass out the RPO with Jalen Hurts with a Shane Steichen. You know how hard it was for y'all guys to get beat last year?
We don't even do that anymore, bro. We don't even do that anymore.
Because you don't set up the run enough to do the RPO. Exactly. You know how unstoppable it was? Because you have Jalen Hurts he can run with the ball. Back then, how many threats of running with the ball and throwing? Like even the Josh Allen. How many Josh Allen was it in the early 2000s?
True. But why did they stop doing the RPO?
It's the scheme. RPO is a scheme thing.
Just calling the plays.
Scheme thing. Yeah.
Jalen Hurts peaked as a player running RPOs, almost won the Super Bowl, should have been a Super Bowl MVP regardless, and you don't even do what he does best anymore?
And what he been doing since
what
college.
He does, I've seen him do the draw one time last year, for the most part. No, 2 times. He almost got his shoulder broke against Chicago, and then he won a game against the Colts doing the draw. They run it like it's a part of their game plan every effing week.
Now, you know what's crazy?
Ridiculous.
Now, y'all used to run the draw, but it was more schemed up. You remember y'all ran the draw in the Super Bowl? You scored right off that.
Yeah, bro, I know. I'm just saying. I'm just talking about.
You feel me? Like I see what you're saying, but that's what I was saying. Like, it's led up to that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it wasn't a part of a 15-play
set up call
plays. Like, it wasn't in the roster and the game plan to call that every drive. Like, they run it every drive. It's so stupid. That stupid bubble screen is ridiculous. That stupid ass. Oh my God, what is wrong with them?
We're squandering time with an aging line too. So we're looking at everything that's bad when we're not looking at the line that's aging. What if Kelsey retires? What happens with Lane Johnson?
If we lose Kelsey, we're done.
Like, we got to rebuild that on top of trying to do something with his defense.
Yeah.
So honestly, the best thing you can do is get coordinators and see if they can't get their shit together. Because these guys are the decision makers,
I
and
feel
they're
like
not
it would
making
be
the right
a way
decision.
easier fix if y'all kept one or the other, either Gardner Johnson or T.J. Edwards.
I don't think, bro.
Yo,
at this point, it's so
it
bad.
would look way better.
It's not the players. It's not the players. It's the coaches.
I mean, we lost two.
I thought it was. I thought it was Edwards and I thought it was Edwards or Gardner Johnson.
At the end of the day, bro, the coaches can't, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's 50-50. Like, you can blame the scheme, but if it's like, okay, like for the offense, that is 100% scheme. You know, because it's the same pieces from last year. Nothing changed. Nothing changed. So it's glaring. Like that. Okay, defense, right? Defense was looking way better last year. Who was missing? D.J. Gardner. He had 6 picks last year. You had Quinlan Slide, great talent. And Edwards having a great season. Like, you lost, like, it's not like they're just like, oh, they're role players. These are elite stats for individuals. Even though CJ is not, he's been hurt all season, but even still last year he's playing elite for y'all.
Yeah,
like,
you're right.
Like, and then on the field play, bro, you still got to tackle. If you're not it's just not. You know what I'm saying? It's just a collective thing. If you can't tackle, what do you like? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
You got to make the play.
Yo, hold on, Shaune. We got another guy here. 11111. What's up?
I know, man. I'm down here in Atlanta. Wanted to weigh in a little bit on the Philly stuff y'all talking about.
Talk to me.
Yeah, so I hear what y'all saying. I guess the two things, like, from the outside, you know, from another fan base, just watching y'all, like, in prime time and stuff, two things that stick out is Jalen is clearly banged up. He doesn't look like he did earlier in the year or last year. So I think that's why you're seeing less RPO, because they don't want to expose him, because, you know, you just don't want him taking those hits. And then the second thing, somebody just said something about the O-line aging a little bit. And I think that's true, man, because, look, of course, you know, the little Philly shove, that's going to be what it is. But as far as just running game, when they want to get 4, can they just line up and have Swift come behind them and get that 4? From what I've seen this season, it doesn't look like that. That group is still elite pass blocking. The run blocking, I don't see them doing what they used to do last year. So I just want to add those two things.
They're not doing it enough. They're not doing it enough. Bro, we were running the ball down.
But when they do it, they don't get it though, bro. They don't get it when they do it. You know what I mean?
Because they go away from it so fast.
I feel like I feel like it's based off the scheme. If you're not setting up the run and they know that you're going to pass it, and then you throw an incomplete first down. Second down, you're most likely going to run the ball, and the teams is like it's too predictable. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not able to set up the run and you're not coming out with a game plan to continue to run, like that's what I see with a great team that like the Lions, they're going to run. They run the ball on 4th and 3. Out the shotgun.
They commit to the run.
But see,
the Eagles refuse to commit to the run.
But I think y'all missing my point, though.
Go ahead.
But this ain't a commitment issue. This when you do it, what do you get? That Detroit Lions line, remember, they loaded up on draft picks on that line. They spent, I think they got 2 first-rounders and 2 seconds on that offensive line. The Eagles line, which has been elite for their whole career, which is now kind of slowing down, I just don't see them moving people like they used to when you do it. I get what y'all saying. They don't run enough. But I'm saying when they do it, do they get the drive that they want? So you run on 1st and 10, now you're behind the chains. What does that mean? Most likely a punt. So, I mean, I'm sorry, but I just don't think that O-line is what they used to be as far as beating people up.
I feel like if they stick to it, it's still there because nothing really changed. It's just I don't know, man. I feel like because even in the beginning of the season, they played Tampa Bay. They couldn't throw the ball because it was inclement weather. Okay, Swift had 28 carries, 100-something. Or I'm sorry, against Minnesota. One of those games, they were running the ball down. They were running the ball in the beginning. Swift was like top 3 in rushing. for the
Yeah,
longest.
so when you go ahead
like
and break
first
down
5,
DeAndre
6
Swift,
games.
when you break down Swift, he's averaging 4.6 yards per carry on the year.
Yeah.
But when you really look
Right.
at his attempts in the games,
Which is healthy.
they're so scattered. I mean, I know game script matters, but when you have a strength, you got to use it, right? So San Fran, we're up 6-0. Swift got 6 carries the whole game. He averaged 2.2 yards because he had 6 carries. You watch Swift, he gets that 8 yard, that 10 yard, that 2 yard, maybe a -1, but then he's busting out 20 plus. It happens when they're consistent with it.
You have to stick to
I mean,
it.
his carries mean a lot.
Even
And his
against the
worst
Chiefs.
his worst game's against
the
the
Chiefs,
Jets,
y'all were
without
running
a
the ball
doubt.
crazy.
They were running the ball against the Cardinals.
but
Swift
again,
completely went away from it. They completely went away from it for
They
whatever
don't stick to the
reason.
game plan.
Like
They just
they
don't stick to
decided
it.
to start running Jalen Hurts. What makes no sense to me? Why? Why are you running like Swift up the middle was working. Swift up the middle. A gap. Swift, B gap. 2 hole, 3, 4 hole. What are you doing? You completely went away from it to run power sweeps with your quarterback. Why?
Yep.
Why? Makes no
and
sense.
They got a little lackadaisical against Arizona, man. Like, y'all, if you play Arizona 100 times, y'all beat them 99. Like, they got a little, they
seems
they,
like
they
us
foot off
every
the
week,
gas
though, as a
bit now.
diehard Eagles,
Like, I'll
watching
admit
the
that.
Eagles. We every week
but
when we do well, we get a lead and we
but just
squander
real quick,
it.
brother.
Go ahead.
That's been a problem all season. But just on the yards per carry thing, okay, you spoke to it, game script. How many times was that in the second half when we're talking about 3rd and long and they let you run a draw because they want to tackle you and then get the change of possession? Or how many times was that based on the idea of everybody's so scared of AJ and Devontae that they're kind of giving it to you to a certain degree? You're kind of being defended as a pass funnel. Like, look, man, we're taking this away. Y'all can have that all you want. You know,
But that's the
So
thing.
you
I
feel like they're
they're
just
not
more or less giving it to them because they're scared of AJ and Devontae? Because, I mean, if you look at if you really watch us, all we had was a deep ball this year with those guys. We weren't working the middle with those two. When Goddard went out, tight end didn't exist. We had no game over the middle, and we didn't even stick to the run when we were down a star.
Right.
There's a lot of games, yes, game script matters. How we get 6 carries against the Niners, we kicked 2 field goals instead of 2 touchdowns. We had the Niners in the first quarter -6 yards. Swift touches the ball 6 times. It's just kind of crazy.
The whole game.
I just feel like we are discoordinated in all aspects, from head coach to offense and defense coordinator.
Our uncoordinated. Yeah, we are uncoordinated. There is no rhythm to anything we do. Nothing. No, not on offense, not on defense.
Seeing problems with Sirianni. Okay.
No,
I think he embraces more of the city than an NFL coach. He's that fired up Italian in Philly. We love it.
Hey,
we feed off of it.
It's me,
but
Mario.
I almost feel like that helps us overlook a few things. And when we lose an offense coordinator and a defense coordinator who are good enough to be head coaches, and we have to rebuild, it goes to the head coach now, right? What can you do with your coordinator? It's decision-making in my mind, top to bottom. Yeah, I believe we should trade certain stars and try to get some draft capital and rebuild, because I'm more worried about losing an offensive line. If you talk about any position, I'm more worried about the offensive line. If Jalen's banged up with a good offensive line, what is he going to look like mid-season next year?
Right.
I mean,
and then that's why I think it's more scheme with the coaches, because it's play calling that the run game is not as successful as it should be, because the same pieces is there from last year. That is the best way to look at it. There's no reason.
Yeah, but
there's
also got
no
the same
reason.
playbook stuff. Yeah, when those guys left, they didn't burn the tapes and hide the PPTs and the iPads.
They didn't burn the page of success in our book. So they let it sit there.
Yeah.
But there's a better play caller in Shane Steichen.
Is important.
Yeah, for sure. That's 100. The play calling.
I'm sorry, bro. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh no, you good. Mm-hmm. I was just, I mean, the head
y'all
coach
got
from
better
the
problems
coach.
than us, though. I'll tell you that. Yeah,
Crazy,
y'all got better problems than us. Because look, y'all welcome for Julio. Y'all getting the last juice out
we
that.
should have made him quarterback.
Shout out to him. 2 tugs last week. But
yes,
but
sir.
Dude,
Yeah. Hold up. Let's applaud Julio Jones. ass legs. Every time he gets hurt, I'm hoping he gets up. He looks like he's about. I thought he's about to die on that first touchdown. I'm like,
he definitely do get up. He get up a little shaky every time. He definitely do. You see
that
they hit him
a
after
lot
the
of
touchdown. They hit Julio after the touchdown. I'm like, yo, Julio, you good, man? He's getting up a little woozy.
Him for balling.
Julio.
Y'all got better problems. Y'all got better problems than most. If y'all get Hurts healed up and all the other stuff comes together as far as play calling, y'all still are just as big a threat as anybody else in the
That's
NFC.
the thing. They have a lot of talent. It's not like the team doesn't have talent. It's a lot of talent for the team, but it's a big difference when you just came off a Super Bowl. So their record right now, to standards for a lot of fan bases, they would love this record right now. Who wouldn't have? You're still in the playoffs. You're still everything's good, but they just went to the Super Bowl. It's a different standard. So if you're not looking, that's why it's bad and good to go to the Super Bowl, because that next year is Super Bowl or bust. Especially if you're adding and you got the city hype and like, yo man, we're going back, man. You was going undefeated, and then to end the season like this, I've seen it already, bro. As a Steelers fan, we went 12-0 and then lost the last 5 out of 6.
Yep, I remember that year.
All I'm saying is you guys still got
first round exits.
But look, imagine this: you got a team with 3 top 10 picks at the weapons position, and you got a coach who thinks he's smarter than everybody else and uses them as decoys. That's what we got to deal with. We can't even rebuild because we won too many games to get a top pick. We got this team down here running our team in the ground.
For real.
True.
Nah, for real, bro. My brother's a Falcons fan, man. He talks about it all the time. Like, it doesn't make sense for you to spend that pick and then not use him, even though I think Algier does have value in him. He's not bad. It's good to use him. It's good to have a good change of pace back, but Bijan needs to be on the field. Whether it's split out at receiver because he can catch the ball, he just needs to be used. But then again, it's like I do see the more of the issue. The quarterback issue is glaring too.
You got to get a QB bad, man.
I've seen Ritter threw so many games away, bro. Threw games. I don't know what game it was, the Tampa Bay game when he fumbled and he's right there. He threw some games away. He threw some throwing picks late.
Yeah, but be honest. Ritter's like a second-day pick. Who the hell would anoint a second-day pick as your QB start, like going for, like, who the hell would do that?
Jalen Hurts. So Jalen Hurts.
No,
like,
see,
Jalen Hurts a whole different thing. No, come on now. Let's not do that.
Jalen Hurts was looked at as a better talent. Yeah, he definitely had a better talent. You know, he played it. You know what I'm saying? It definitely is a little different. But like, you take a chance on that because he's a rookie. Okay, even when he came in for a couple of games last year, he was decent. He wasn't throwing bad. He didn't throw many picks. So like, okay, you're still trying him out, but it didn't work out. So then you got to go back to square one to get a QB. But I feel like that's the glaring part. If you don't got a QB, there's nothing much you can do. Your team could be as good, can do everything they're supposed to do, play call and everything, but if your quarterback is not taking care of the football, it's not going to work, no matter how good you are.
Yeah.
Like, QB play is important.
You
so
can
it's
be
like
an average game manager, but you can't be an average game manager who turns it over. Like, you
right,
just can't do that. So,
exactly.
Yeah,
right.
Boy, it's terrible.
But like, I would say this. Your organization did a great job on defense this year. Your defense looked competitive all season.
Yeah,
so that's the bright side.
Agency off season for a lot of vets.
Yep.
So,
the base pickup was the A. That base pickup was huge.
We spent a lot of money for a team that's not that good, man. So.
All right, my bad. I don't want to get off track too far. All right. So Shaune, do you think it's okay? Do you agree with Rudolph starting over Pickett this last game if they win?
Yes.
In? Okay.
Yes. But you have to, though, because if the offense is looking the way it's looked in all season, you have to. You got to ride with the high end. There's no way you just bench that. Just for something where Kenny Pickett wasn't looking so great. You don't bench that. This is Mason put up, 30 points his first start? Okay.
The last 2 games, basically, right? Yeah.
Right.
Both games.
Yep, put up another 30. Pickens is getting the ball. And see, this is my whole problem. Like, look how crazy this shit is. George Pickens on 56 catches has 1,000 receiving yards. on
Hold that
56
man.
catches.
Hold that man.
That's literally like super
Yeah, he
efficiency,
too.
meaning
Yo,
that
he
if you
helped
give
me
him the
too.
ball more, he would look crazy. Like,
Yes, sir.
why? Like, he needs to get fed the ball. 56 catches for 1,000 yards is ridiculous, bro. No matter what way you put it. People be having 1,000 yards on 100 catches, 80 catches, 56. Like, that's insane,
crazy.
bro. You're averaging like 4 catches a game. Last game,
That's
4
fact.
catches, 100 yards. The game before
ATL,
that, 4 catches, 100.
ATL.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm gonna ask my man from ATL, the Falcons fan. My man, so do you guys still have a chance to make the playoffs if I'm not mistaken, right?
Unfortunately, yeah.
We got to draw y'all. That's the only way we got a chance. We got to get the Falcons first round, baby.
Yo, I hope we play. I hope y'all somehow y'all make.
Yeah.
Our only route is to draw that NFC South and hope to win.
I'm not even going to lie. Whoever wins the NFC South is the sacrificial lamb. Like, whatever team comes out of this, whether it's New Orleans, Tampa,
Philly can squander it.
Yeah, they're just, the ownership's going to be happy to make some money for an extra game, but, yeah, they're going to lose. They're going to lose badly because those teams aren't good. Like, this is a really down year for the NFC South.
Bijan Robinson down our throat.
Yeah, you guys could beat the Eagles, dog. I'm not anybody in the NFC South can beat the Eagles, bro.
3-12.
All you got to do is run the ball.
Y'all missed the point.
Get to the run, you can beat the Eagles.
Arthur Smith ain't finna do that.
Yeah,
no, he gonna split the carries between BJ, Algier, and Old Man Patterson. Like, that's what he does. He splits the carries up. He's not giving that kid a bell cow share.
Papa Patterson barely even played this year. Papa Patterson barely played this year.
He got enough carries to be annoying. Yeah, but
he had
enough
how
carries
many
to be
touchdowns he had
annoying,
last year?
Yeah, he was like 6 last year. He had an injury season.
Yeah.
So
he got
who do you think wins the South?
He's just in the way.
ATL. Who wins the South?
I think Tampa.
I think if the Bucks win, they get in.
Yeah, they're holding.
But I think it's
winning in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they hold it. I
get
think they're holding it. If they win out, they get it.
They're the best one out of the three. Yeah, they're the best.
Are they? They just got
and they're
smoked
not
by the
good
Saints.
either.
They just got smoked by the Saints, bro. I don't know if they're the best.
They did. They did. Baker had one of those Baker games, man. He was terrible.
Yeah, Baker definitely had one of those. And to me, I feel like he has more threat. Like that Mike Evans threat and Chris Godwin threat is there.
He going to torch us in the playoffs, bro.
Yeah, he could.
We get Mike Evans and Chris Godwin in the secondary. Hey, Rasheed White? He wasn't been bad at all.
We just lost to the Cardinals, bro. We just lost to the Cardinals. If we lost to the Cardinals, we can lose to anybody. Anybody.
Yeah, I see my team.
Anybody. Y'all pulled your foot off the pedal and they came back.
Yo, you know what's like one of the craziest game-changing plays during that game? Literally, was when Josh Sweat got off the block and missed the sack, and he threw a one-hand catch.
Yeah. Yeah, like
bro,
listen, that
you gotta catch that
bro.
Kyler when you get a chance, man. You gotta hit that
Kyler
when you get a chance.
Yo, I was talking to another Bills
fan. They had off that.
Yup. Same thing happened with Dak and CeeDee Lamb. Like they missed it. They had a blitz right in his face would have been a safety, and he throws a 92-yard touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you this, since we were talking about Baker. If Baker Mayfield was on the Cleveland Browns right now, would they still be in the same position?
Possibly. I wouldn't say no.
If he has the same coaching he has right now.
There's a chance.
I give some credit to coaching in Tampa, that's for sure.
So you think
they have talent? They have talent.
I think Baker's been a better game manager. He definitely can make the throw right now.
Yeah.
Too.
I mean, so would they be in the same?
Yeah.
Let's agree that Deshaun Watson was holding the Browns back.
Baker's not good. Yeah, Baker's
I
not
don't
good.
think
He walked into the perfect
Baker's not
scenario.
a crazy difference maker for you to like.
This
okay,
was the Tom Brady scenario he walked into. Like, yeah, as an old man, like this, that scheme is fine, the talent is fine, the pieces are there. You can do a lot in Tampa. Now, has Baker been great? No, he's just been better than expected, but he's not good.
System matters.
True.
Right.
All right.
System doesn't matter. It's true.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's what I'm
If
saying.
Deshaun
Baker's
Watson
doing well, but,
stays
if
healthy,
you're talking,
if Deshaun Watson stays healthy, are Cleveland still in the same situation? I say no. I say no.
If he
I
was
would say
Deshaun
possibly
Watson of a few
because
years ago, I would say
No,
yeah.
Deshaun
but
Watson we
Deshaun
saw this
Watson
year.
now, where
I would say possibly
Yeah, I
because
don't know.
their talent, the talent around, like they have talent on that team.
And he
It's
was
around him.
losing.
He was,
losing.
he was, but I don't think it was. I think he was 2-1 as a starter. That ain't bad.
I think people got the wake up call once Cleveland beat San Francisco with the backup. That's when I was like, whoa, shit, Cleveland's pretty good. And then
Solid defense.
Deshaun Watson came back and I think lost the next game.
Defense, if you can get to the quarterback and you don't have enough time to throw the ball, bro, in this league, it changes a lot, bro.
This is what we're talking about right now. Like, we talk about it's an offensive league. What's happening in Cleveland? Yeah, Flacco's lacing shit right now, but before that they were winning, and they didn't have we're talking about not wanting to lose A.J. Brown. They didn't have a quarterback, and they're beating some of the best teams in the league.
Yeah.
Who else beat the Ravens?
Right. Because
You know what I mean? So that's why I like defense. I would
overrated,
take
bro.
Cleveland's defense right now and have the Eagles with no A.J. Brown. That's just in all honesty.
This guy hates A.J. Brown.
It's not that I hate him. He's amazing talent. I don't fuck with
the only
divas.
thing I
That's all.
But
yeah.
Look
But
what
no,
Tio
no,
did.
let's keep it
Fucking
a buck. Let's
amazing
keep it a
with
buck.
Tio.
Go ahead.
Right. The offensive football thing is overstated. It's offensive football has the best advantage for some teams, but there are other teams you can win in different ways. We're talking about Cleveland, and think about it. Nick Chubb's been gone since early in the season. We ain't even talking about Nick Chubb.
My number one pick.
How big of a boy that is. Nick Chubb is a monster.
Right.
But
Right.
Cleveland's defense is so good that they allow Joe Flacco to play freely, which means what? The turnovers don't matter. So, yeah, Joe Flacco is out there lighting it up, going for 300, 3 tuds, but he's also throwing 2 picks and a fumble every game, too.
Right.
I get that, but he's using the talent.
But look, this is what I was saying with the you would get with A.J. Brown, but the Browns still have an A.J. Brown. Not saying he is A.J. Brown, but Amari Cooper's an elite receiver.
Facts. Better not
Not week to week, but every once in a while he can still do it.
Well, look, veteran decision-making matters as well, because who else made Njoku look like he does? Njoku has been this good since he's been drafted. He's never been a part of the offense.
He never looked this good.
He was a high draft choice for a reason. Like, he came out with great expectations.
This is the best
and
I've
it took
ever
Joe
seen
Flacco
look,
the last 5 weeks, and that man's like 5th or 6th year of his career. Like,
this is the best he's ever looked.
He's pulling on. He's using the talent.
Yeah, you're right.
It's good decision making.
Right. So,
and that's part of the reason why Baker's not
and
in
he's
Cleveland.
using Elijah Moore.
The little fella
Agreed.
can't see over the line and doesn't get the ball up the seam. That's part of the reason why Baker's kind of, tight ends suffer around Baker.
Yeah,
the little fella,
I think
man,
Bowles is a good
you don't see
situation
stuff
for
up
him.
the seam.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I need answers. So, Shaune, is Baker have the Browns in the same spot? Yes or no?
Does
Is Dobbs better than Baker?
No.
No.
All right. Does Deshaun
No,
Watson
I don't
have the
think-
Browns in the same spot?
nah.
I agree with you.
Actually, no. I'm gonna come back to it. I'm gonna say Baker. Yeah. I'm gonna say for both. Yeah. But the only reason I said no is because I don't think Baker was all right in that system, and I think Baker looks better throwing the ball with better receivers. Him having Mike Evans and Godwin changes a lot to me. Like, I feel like that changes a lot for him. He looks different. Like, you look different when you have 2 dynamic receivers. Like,
Odell Beckham and Landry wasn't good enough, but we'll get back. Hold
no.
on.
We're talking about Landry. Landry was slowing down. This is when Landry was having injury problems, and so was Odell. Odell got hurt, but his chemistry with Odell wasn't good. His chemistry with Mike Evans right now and Godwin, you know what I'm saying, is looking sustainable.
Better. Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? It looks better than his career.
What you say? Are the Browns in the same spot as they would be if Deshaun Watson was the quarterback still? Yes or no?
Yeah, I think so as far as record-wise, because I think basically they just would have played a more safe game with Deshaun. They would have punted more, they would have took less risk, and they wouldn't have scored as much, but they still would have had the wins because, like y'all talked about, the defense, and they can kind of play the field game. As far as Baker, I think no. if they keep Baker there, I don't even think they are what they are right now. I think Baker was going to be a disaster in Cleveland, and they cut the cord at the right time, get him out of there. And,
Yeah, that's
now he's just
fair
throwing
as
up
well. Like that
lollipops
organization's
to
a disaster
Dude,
at that point as well.
Do y'all realize Mike Evans is a Hall of Fame? Like we're watching a Hall of Fame.
Absolutely.
Right now, Mike Evans.
This guy loves
He
Mike
does
Evans.
I say it all the time.
He's
I say
selling.
it
He's
all
been
the
selling me
time.
on Mike Evans because I don't really fuck with
Mike
it.
Evans is a Hall of Famer, baby.
Yeah, he's been dick riding Evans for a minute.
Why gotta be all that?
It is what it is.
Nah,
I
Mike,
think
Mike
he is.
Evans
I hear about him
dog,
every year.
He just is. He's been making people money for years, man. Ask Johnny Manziel. What was Johnny when he had Mike Evans? Heisman winner, first round.
Yeah,
What was he without Mike Evans?
He made Johnny Manziel a college football Hall of Famer. Mike Evans did.
Thanks.
Johnny Manziel's a college football Hall of Famer.
Just chunk it up. Chunk it up, dog.
Yep.
Just chunk it up.
All right. So, what about you, Tom?
I say the Browns might have the same record, but they're not gonna. They would not have looked as good as they look doing it right now.
You think they would?
I think Flacco's pulling on the weapons, man. He's hitting. Everyone seems better with his decision making out there, right?
All right. So you give
Flacco's not out there trying to run the ball and take them hits. He's getting the balls to the weapons.
Facts.
And they're quick slants, and they're a lot of yards, quick slant over that middle. Something that we failed to do, especially when Goddard went out. But yeah, I honestly, I would like to see, because I don't feel like Philly gets past round 2. I want to see Flacco beat the Ravens in the fucking AFC Championship.
Bro,
that's what I want in my life.
Bro, I
oh
think.
My God.
I think it can happen. I also think that Matt Stafford's going to put a dagger in the Lions' heart. I think Matt Stafford's going to beat the Lions in the playoffs, bro. I think Joe Flacco's going to come back and kick the Ravens in the nuts, and I think Matt Stafford's going to stab the Lions in the balls.
Wait,
that's what I think, bro. I think each quarterback's going to come back.
Stafford one more likely. Yeah,
Yo,
I'm sorry, bro.
Go
ahead.
Beat the Ravens?
Yes.
Yeah, without Joe Flacco.
They beat the Niners and the Ravens.
Is more likely. Yeah, the Stafford one is more likely because the Rams are really good. Kyron Williams, I don't know how the hell he turns into a all-pro back, but somehow he did. So the Rams are a problem, bro. But if Joe Flacco pulls that off against the Ravens, dog, the city of Baltimore, dog, man, that'll be a story.
I need that in my life.
That'll be a story, bro. Man,
it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
They did it with a third-string quarterback. Why can't they do it with him?
I can't see it. I don't know if I can see it.
You can't see the Rams beating the Lions?
No. I can see that. No, I'm talking about the Browns beating the Ravens.
Oh, well, I think they already, like Tommy said, they already beat them without Joe Flacco. They already did.
Yeah, but the Ravens also beat them too. I think they split it.
Yeah, but they also beat San Francisco too.
The problem with the Browns in the playoffs.
Yeah, so did the Ravens.
Teams. Right. The problem with the Browns in the playoffs is going to be this. Teams are going to play close to the vest. They're not going to take any chances. They're going to punt the ball, play field position, and wait on Joe to make a mistake. And if he does those typical Joe, Brett Favre and things.
You see, right. And that's the thing. He does turn the ball over a lot. It's not like he's playing like efficient football. He turns the ball over a lot. And what the Ravens do best, create turnovers. They create turnovers, and they get to the quarterback. Like, I don't know if y'all heard of the guy, but Matt Abike, the interior D lineman for the Ravens, 92, bro.
Monster.
Y'all have to just look him up, bro. I'm telling you, he is crazy. He is crazy. Like, he's changed I feel like the Ravens just know how to just develop pass rushers.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But if we get the Ravens in the playoff game and things are tight at halftime, we could look at a team that might play scared in the second half. Like the Ravens, because of the past playoff failures, that's
Lamar has one playoff win. Lamar has one playoff win.
It's the main thing I'm gonna say.
Need the game manager.
It's the main thing I'm gonna say about Lamar's past in the past, right? His best receiver was Willie Snead. Just note that.
Not wrong.
Just note that.
Right.
His best receiver was Willie Snead. You know what I'm saying? We respect him to see what I'm saying to go to the playoffs and beat a Patrick Mahomes. Willie Snead is your number one.
Yeah.
Now he has better talent
in
around.
all
Now we're
honesty,
seeing a difference.
They weren't even favored in any of those games, and that's why I don't like QB wins as a stat. Like the Ravens were not the better team in any of those games. So it's like we turn this into this narrative about Lamar can't win. Man, Peyton Manning lost his first 6 playoff games. Was that
Bro,
because
that's what I'm
Peyton
trying
Manning
to say.
wasn't good?
Like we need to let people develop. Like we don't even let you know what I mean? Like because Patrick Mahomes won so early, now everybody got to be like Pat. Like
all right, fellas, I gotta hit it. Y'all have a good one.
All right, man.
No, we're still on. We're still on. Go ahead. Keep it moving. Keep it going. Tommy's out.
Yo,
keep it going. Go ahead.
Nah, I was out.
All right, man.
Nah, you good. Like I was just saying though, like for people talk about the Super Bowl wins. Like, bro, active quarterbacks right now, Mahomes, Matt Stafford, and Joe Flacco. If you're basing off Super Bowls, you're basically saying those are the 3 best quarterbacks right now, which is not true. I mean, Super Bowls is a team accomplishment, but you do need the quarterback play to be just as good. For Lamar's situation, he didn't his weapons was nowhere near his competition he's going to get. Mahomes had Tyreek. Burrow had T. Higgins and Chase. He's the one odd man out running the RPO with Willie Snead and stuff. And now he still don't have veteran receivers. Bro, he has Nelson Aguilar, Odell coming off an ACL tear, even though he's doing good, but he's not like a A.J. Brown or Stephon Diggs and a rookie Zay Flowers with Mark Andrews hurt. And look what he's doing. Yeah. I got to give credit to Lamar, man. I want to see Lamar win, man. I do. I want to see Lamar win. Because even after this whole season, look how he turned it around. Beginning on all season, he don't deserve that money. Why he deserve a guarantee? He doesn't win no playoff games. He just gets hurt. He's about to play a full season with his team at the locked number 1 spot, home field advantage. He's worth all that money,
but that was deeper than Lamar. That was deeper than Lamar.
No, for sure.
That was the NFL ownership colluding to stop the guaranteed money train that was rolling down the hill on them. When they saw that Deshaun Watson contract, they was like, oh, no, we're putting a stop to this. So they all agreed not to offer Lamar anything. And you know what I'm saying? Y'all saw what happened.
And it's crazy because, I understand where they're coming from, but it's like, bro, but for Deshaun, bro, he hadn't played in, damn near almost 2 seasons. He didn't play almost 2 seasons. Lamar's case is different. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You gave him a bogus contract, now you messed up the market, but when it comes to Lamar, you got to know, what he offers your team. Without Lamar, what are the Ravens?
Oh, for sure. But, that was collusion all the way, man. Because the fact that nobody offers, come on, that was collusion.
Yeah, and there was a lot of teams passing on him because he was seeking trades and nobody wanted him. That's why I thought that was crazy. You get a free chance at a quarterback at this age.
The group chat. Right. I wish we could get the group chat of Jerry Jones cussing out Jimmy Haslam after he found out how much he gave Deshaun Watson. What the hell you do? I know they cussed him the hell out.
Right, yeah, man. All guaranteed money, man. And it's crazy because I just feel like
somebody gonna throw some money at Kirk Cousins.
Oh yeah, for sure. Kirk Cousins was balling before he got hurt. He's balling out.
Mm-hmm.
It's a few quarterbacks that's going to get. I think Mason Rudolph going to leave us if he plays another good game because a lot of teams are going to need a veteran backup or a sturdy one to stay in playoff competition. Especially looking up at this Joe Flacco. I feel like backup quarterback is going to be a real big thing this next season. Make sure you secure that. Jake Browning being somewhat usable. Gardner Minshew being usable. I think it's going to be a good all season.
You don't think Mason could play himself into a contract with y'all? If Mason plays well enough, you don't think he could play himself into a contract with y'all? Rudolph.
He might leave. I feel like I would want him to stay just because of how he's playing, But I feel like if another team offers him enough, he would leave, and I wouldn't blame him because we took him this long to give him an actual chance.
If y'all gave him a fair contract and told him he's got a chance to win the job against Pickett next year, I think that's hard to turn down for him, man. Because to me, I think why not? Pickett ain't cool enough.
You're right.
Give him a shot.
I would too. I really would. The way he's playing right now, I definitely would. But I feel like that they might, another team might outbid us, and might think that what we worth. Because I mean, we have no problem letting people walk, and I don't know why, but sometimes we just let people walk. It would save. I feel like regardless of what it is, we need to draft another quarterback for sure.
Yes. To
make it a competition for the off season. I don't think Pickett got better last year, knowing that it was his job next year. Last year going off the season, he won a couple of games, he didn't make the playoffs. Okay, this all season we know Kenny Pickett's a starter. No, he needs to be on the hot seat. Like, yo, your job is not it's not secure, and to get the better play out of these quarterbacks.
Man, y'all still basically paying for the sins of Big Ben. The last 2 years when Big Ben should have retired and he decided to come back, he made y'all good enough to almost sniff a playoff spot or get one, but not bad enough to do the rebuild that y'all need to rebuild. And Tomlin has just been winning, making lemonade out of it.
Bro,
like, I don't know how the hell y'all
I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. I was saying even beginning of the season, like we would. That's what I feel like we should do. But then again, it's like I feel like consistent quarterback play, we could look like the Browns right now.
Yep.
Better quarterback play. We like what are our offense line is not the best, but it's been playing better. Najee been running better. We have a change of pace with Jalen Warren. We have two receivers capable of getting open. We have Pat Freiermuth. Okay, you have weapons. That means quarterback play. Now, defensive-wise, I feel like we just need to get rid of the vets at corner, Pat Pete and Levi Wallace. We have Joey Porter Jr. Man's a stud. We drafted him in the first round of the second round. Stud, got a steal. Okay, he can play on the outside. Okay, go get another corner. We got Minka. We just need healthy and linebackers. Took a hit at linebacker. Cole Holcomb out, ACL tear. Elandon Roberts out. Quan Alexander out. Like, you know what I mean? Just injuries. Like, the season is really based off of luck because you don't know who's going to be injured or healthy. So if you're healthy throughout the season, you really got to take advantage of that. Health is everything.
Yeah.
If your best player's not on the field, it doesn't matter.
And we're not done. We're not done seeing the injuries because we got another week. So somebody's going to lose a significant piece this weekend.
It happens. You never know. Fantasy football, I tell you. You never know.
Oh, hell
you
yeah.
Never know.
Shout out to all the people who drafted Justin Jefferson this year.
That is a hurt piece. Justin Jefferson was a hurt piece. And Austin Eckler. Shout out to anybody who drafted Austin Eckler.
Oh, cool.
Oh, he didn't do nothing.
Kim drafted Eckler.
Yeah, crappy season.
That's just unfortunate.
People this year, man.
Man, it was unfortunate too. Nick Chubb killed me this year too, man. I was just so upset with that one. Like, oh my goodness.
That seemed like so far long ago too. And that was just early, like week 4 or 5 or something like that. Yeah.
Yep. Man. That was a bad one. It's crazy because I was just telling my boy here that before the season, I'm like, yo, Nick Chubb to me is the best running back, like just physically running the ball, and I've seen it consistently in the league in the past 3 years. Just Nick Chubb just running the ball, period. We're not going to add nothing else to it. Like him just running the football between the tackles, Nick Chubb was just too efficient.
Yeah.
Had the breakaway speed, brace tackles, he stayed healthy until this year. Crazy.
There. That's about it. The number one
Eckler sucked. Eckler sucked it up all year, man. Adam.
How much?
Yeah.
Eckler cost people their league this year. I've never seen somebody fall off a cliff like that.
Yeah,
What's up,
Eckler was bad.
What's up, man? Where you from? Who's your team? 813? 813-993? No? All right. Well, he's muted. Him out. All right. Call back if you're still listening. But go ahead. All right. So ATL, you play fantasy?
Yeah. I was in this year. I got a couple that did right for me. And then a couple of them, like we just talked about, got a lot of Jefferson, a lot of Eckler. Some Mahomes, too. Mahomes killed people this year, too.
Yeah, and Burrow.
From where you drafted them, yeah, Mahomes, Burrow. Oh my,
It was a lot of disappointing players this year, man, for real. But it was also some good waiver wire gems. Puka Nacua, waiver wire gem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you picked up Puka in the first week or so. Kyron, yep. I know Devon 18 was on some waiver wires. Yeah, now Tank Dell was a good one too. Rasheed Rice.
Hello.
Rasheed Rice been putting in work for me his last few weeks.
How's everybody doing?
What's up?
How you doing?
Hey guys, this is Mike calling from Orlando. Real quick, I didn't mean to interrupt. I just heard it say unmuted, so I guess I'm here. But hey guys, I used to work at a travel agency with Harold Carmichael. We all know who he is, right? Are we old enough to remember Harold Carmichael?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
He owned a travel agency in eastern Pennsylvania after his career ended. Nicest guy in the world, still really a tall guy, and he was probably one of the greatest bosses I've ever met. His name doesn't come up a whole lot, and I know you guys are talking about upcoming games and everything like that. He works as an ambassador for the team now. I just wondered why you think he doesn't come up as much as maybe some of the other older Philadelphia Eagles. And then I have a quick Harold Carmichael story, and then I'll let you guys go.
That's a TV problem.
Yeah. I feel like that's just an exposure problem.
He wasn't of the era of Red Zone, DirecTV, and all that. Some of those guys of that era get a little bit forgotten because there's not as much HD or near HD quality video of them. And, yeah, they just kind of get left behind except for, their fan base that rocks with them. But, yeah, Carmichael, my father told me about him, so, yeah.
Great player. And, guys, real quick, I'll leave you with this. He would, every Friday, he'd have a party for all the people in the office. Of course, everybody wanted to deal with him as a travel agent. This is many years ago. And one night after work on Friday when he handed me my check, he pulled his big black penis out and he let me blow him. I gave him oral sex in the office, and his cock was fucking huge.
That was some hard trolling. Hard trolling right there.
Wow. Pause. Okay. Sorry about that, guys.
I was not prepared for that.
What
the hell?
Buddy.
I wasn't expecting that, bro.
No, me neither. I thought he was going somewhere serious with it.
Buddy is funny as hell for that, bro.
Paycheck.
Oh,
yo,
hey,
he really had me listening for a second.
He put the whole
I'm like, bro,
story together to troll it out.
He said he was a great guy. I'm like, yo, that is crazy.
I didn't control fast enough. I was listening to it for a second.
It took me a minute to register what he was saying.
He pulled out his... Oh, God. We won't repeat that.
Yeah, I'm like, hold on, like...
What's wrong with people, man?
Yeah, everybody listening all attentively and shit. Man, damn.
Yeah, yo. Give me your biggest disappointment. In fantasy this season. Who was it?
For me, it's Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow?
You said who's the biggest disappointment this season?
Man.
Biggest disappointment in fantasy this season?
Biggest disappointment in fantasy this season? Yeah, I'm Eckler.
Absolutely. I say Eckler.
I would say Eckler because it was out of Justin Jefferson, but Justin Jefferson, games he played, he still put up, like his first 3 or 4 games he played, it was 20, it's 24 plus each game. There's games where Eckler's put up 6, 5, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, he's been
with missed games.
And
so
hey, it's better when somebody get hurt, though. So Jefferson gets hurt, you got to make other plans. Eckler was there every week, bro, just killing you.
Yo.
In the lineup, killing you.
In the lineup. He's doing nothing. And you know where you draft him in that first round.
I say Eckler and Kelsey. I think Kelsey was a huge disappointment. he just didn't do nowhere near what he was supposed to do this year.
I would say that, but for tight end standards, he was still top 2. So you know what I mean, he was still usable. He had a 35 point
you drafted
game.
him so high though that you basically burnt money. You know what I'm saying, by drafting him that high. So where
but
you
you'll
got
say
him
he's worse. He's worse than Chase.
I would say so because you drafted him when you should have been drafting a receiver.
Because I feel like Chase went higher than Kelsey. I was seeing Chase.
Yeah, Chase went way higher than. Yeah, Chase has been a disappointment too.
Right, and he was going in the top 3.
Hello.
I want to talk about Harold Carmichael's huge black cock. Please talk about his huge.
It's the same weirdo guy. Call back in again. Just don't answer it. No, we're not gonna answer it.
He's coming from different numbers, like.
Now he's coming from a different number. Like, what's wrong with this guy?
Yeah, this guy is crazy.
Hey, but make Mahomes and Kelsey like a package together. Because people drafted Mahomes high too, and man, that didn't pay off,
Mahomes too.
Like they've been real bad.
Mahomes too, definitely.
Well, they kicked 6 field goals Sunday. That ain't Pat Mahomes.
So Mahomes,
I don't know who that is.
We got. I think Jabbar Chase has been a disappointment. Eckler, Kelsey, Tony Pollard,
George Kittle.
Tony Pollard.
Oh my God, Tony Pollard.
Tony
Pollard for sure.
How many times Tony Pollard get tackled on the 1 this year?
Oh, I'm sorry. No,
I know.
The biggest disappointment. A bigger disappointment to me, Calvin Ridley.
He started out okay. He's a disappointment too, bro.
Bro, he had so much through the preseason, so much hype, nothing. So much hype.
Well, him and his quarterback, Trevor Lawrence, because everybody thought it was going to be the Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, man. He gets no slack. Shaune, didn't I tell you that? This guy gets no slack for his foul play. He gets away with it like, oh, he's injured. I don't care what he is, bro. He's been bad for majority of the year. And nobody says anything.
Coming out of Clemson, he was looked at as
it's all good.
You know what I mean? He ain't been
the
there.
Media loves him.
He ain't been there.
Like, I don't get it. All right, who's your offensive rookie of the year?
Hold on, we forgot A-Rod. Yeah, we forgot A-Rod. And the people who drafted A-Rod.
Yeah, that was just unfortunate. But he wasn't going that high.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, I thought that was unfortunate.
Dude, first game
I feel
of
like
the season.
Yeah, that was
play,
bad. What first
pass,
3 plays? Yeah,
that was crazy. I've never seen nothing like that happen.
Let me sell it. Let me sell it a little more. It's worse because then he told you he was going to Brazil and getting some kind of special treatment that was going to come back. So some people kept him on the roster.
Oh yeah, nice.
I know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
When they activated him, people actually picked him up off the waiver wire.
Yeah, they definitely did.
Right.
Like, why?
Yeah, I didn't really feed into that. Seriously, I didn't feed into that. There was no point.
Yeah.
They weren't in playoff contention. There was no point.
Smoking good and talking crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was drugs right there.
But you were saying who's my offensive rookie of the year?
Offensive rookie of the year.
Nakua.
No.
What about you, ATL?
Come on, man, don't do my boy like that in Houston. My boy in Houston, man. Gotta give it to him.
Oh.
What's his name?
I'm sorry. That's my boy. I'm an Ohio State fan too.
Yo,
I don't know. I just feel like him getting hurt. I don't know, bro.
Yes.
Nakua really been. Nakua been difference making, man. Like
Shaune, I think you're right, bro. I think because
Nakua been difference making, bro.
I think
if he didn't get hurt.
Yeah. But I think it has to go to Nakua.
They got to, but I agree with you, ATL. CJ definitely he had it in his hands if he played every game, bro. He been balling. He been absolutely balling. I just feel like
he gonna ball again Saturday and get him in the playoffs.
I hope they make the playoffs, man. I hope they make the playoffs.
He makes the playoffs, bro.
And
D'Amico Ryans, you think who wins Coach of the Year?
Ooh. If they get in, D'Amico, I guess.
Yeah, D'Amico,
If they
right?
get in.
But
If they get in.
the
Yeah,
coach
if they get
make
in.
it. Is it Shane Steichen?
Yeah.
I'm good with that too.
Yo, he
You
should
know what I'm
actually
saying?
get
Like,
some. He should actually get some Coach of the Year awards for this. Like,
bro, the mountain,
Yeah.
both of them, D'Amico Ryans too, both, bro,
Yeah.
both their roster,
Like,
bro. If you think about beginning at the beginning of the season,
Yeah.
you were not looking at the Colts or Texans in that you're talking about the Jags got that in the bag. It's the Jags year to take over that division. You wasn't talking about the Colts in playoff
Shane-
contention. Neither were you talking about the
Shane Steichen. Right. I'm sorry, bro.
No, you go. What you saying? You said Shane Steichen?
No, that's that damn Budweiser getting to me. I'm jumping in on people. My bad.
oh,
I'm just gonna
you
say,
drink Budweiser, dog? Me too. I'm applaud you, dog.
Everybody else boycotting. I kept rolling with it. I ain't stopping with it. But no, Shane
sir.
Steichen had to
The king of
overcome the
beer.
owner. Remember, Jim Irsay called him the first part of the season without his top running back. Then Irsay is on Twitter talking about drugs and his mama. Dude, Shane Steichen had to overcome a lot, bro.
Bro, Jim Irsay was like, I don't know what was wrong. He was just saying a bunch of nothing at a certain point. I'm like, yo, like, if y'all don't just pay JT, like, I don't be understanding why y'all just want to fight and bicker. Like, it's been different if you don't have a difference maker, but you don't think JT is not a difference maker for y'all? Like, and it makes everything easier having a rookie quarterback or a backup? Like, they just make things harder.
Yeah,
like,
plus it's
make it harder.
NFL money anyway. Yeah,
that's why I don't be understanding.
Anyway. Like you don't see the life for the contract. Like,
now, it'd be different if you're talking about a Deshaun Watson contract. I'm not saying, like, everybody should get that type of contract, but, bro, if there's a difference maker on your team that was making you better, why wouldn't you pay him?
Right.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
He fits your scheme. He's a difference maker. He ran for 1,800 yards in a season before. Why y'all wasn't really that good? Like, I don't get it. Why not? It's not like you're just trying to pay anybody. You're paying somebody that's going to help you win.
And this is when you pile all the carries on them anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
This is the period where you
young.
give him all those carries. And later on, you don't pay him.
He's 24.
Yeah, it made no sense, bro.
It makes no sense. I don't understand it, bro. I just don't understand. I don't know if it's just like out of spite, like, no, you're not going to run the show. Like, yo, pay them what they worth. It's just how it go. If you have a difference maker, you pay them.
And it's the NFL anyway, bro, so long-term contracts don't mean nothing. Ask Russell Wilson. Russell thought he was going to see that full bag. No. They'll find a way out.
Yeah, they did Russell dirty. Like, that's foul. I'm not going to lie. I didn't like that move at all. That's all I'm be understanding. Like, you want your team to buy in, do this, do that for the better of the team, but then for the better of the team, for the better of your team to bench the quarterback that was going to get you in the playoffs. Crazy.
But they won. But they won, Shaune. They won.
Was he going to get them in the playoffs?
They won this week. Yeah,
but how far do you think they're going to get?
Yeah, they played the Chargers.
All they need to do is win.
They play Eastern Stick. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who did
they just lose to the week before? They lost to the Patriots.
Who did they lose to?
Right.
The Patriots.
That was when he cussed Russell out on the sideline.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he shouldn't have taken that job knowing that Russell was there with that contract. From day one, he wanted Russell off that damn roster. You can't tell me otherwise.
Right. Yeah, his whole thing was the game off the roster. But it's like, you get yourself in playoff contention. Like, aren't you? You're like, what are you trying to work with? You're not trying to win because it's not a piece that you brought in, bro. If you're winning games, you finish off the season and then you talk about you were benching him, talking about like, yo, I can't bring in nothing because your contract. Bro, you gotta evaluate the situation before you come in. You wasn't ready. You wasn't ready for this.
That's why he shouldn't have taken a job. And I'm gonna keep it. And I'm gonna keep it a buck. Russell ain't what he was. Like, Russell with his legs and mobility, Russell was a dude, man. Russell was worth the money. But Russell without his legs, now, like,
But he's playing. But he's still playing well. That's my whole thing. Like, it's not like he's playing well. He's playing football for you to win.
He's playing game managery. but he ain't what he was. He was dynamic with his legs.
It
Russell
looked game managed because look who they put around him. Besides Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy hasn't done much for him. They don't give Marvin Mims much playing time like that.
They don't run the ball.
They have a running back that's coming off a torn ACL. They got Samaje Perine, who was a backup for the Bengals. Their offensive line is not that good, and they don't have a crazy tight end. It's like what is he working with? Russell looks way different with. You know what I'm saying? You had Marshawn, you had Baldwin, you had Golden Tate. You know what I'm saying? You had playmakers. Like it's not like
a long
how much
time ago though, bro. I'm
just
saying
he had more
this.
weapons. Like I just
when Russell was Russell. I'm just saying, when Russell was Russell, when the pass rush got to him, he did something, got away, and then made a play downfield. That's gone now. Defensive linemen catch him now. Like, that part of his game is gone. That's the difference to me with Russell.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But I feel like his touchdown and interception
he definitely has been hauled by
not...
a lot of linebackers from behind, or D-ends from behind. He's definitely been caught from behind.
Yeah, they catch him now, man.
He doesn't really run. Like, he doesn't really run anymore. Like he used to scramble just to throw the ball.
He's slow now.
Yeah. He is slow. He is slow.
Yeah.
Fast, bro.
But I feel like for like a team like that, I feel like a lot of QBs in this situation just would not look good. Like that situation over here is just not that good offensively to really get the maximize and try to score in that offense. It's just I got to give the quarterback benefit of the doubt.
You gonna see it with Stidham. Stidham gonna struggle going forward. Yeah, you gonna see it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's not. I mean, you do got Cortland Sutton, but besides that, it's not going. They ain't gonna look the same. You need more, especially in today's game. You need more, and you need O-line, and you can't run the ball effectively. So that's huge.
All right. And you know what else we saw this year? We saw small sample sizes of guys playing well and people thinking that they were good. So what's my man's name in New York? Josh Dobbs. Like, these guys had nice little 2-game stretches, and people start thinking they was good. It's like, nah, bro.
Nah, I was going to say Daniel Jones.
Snaps, you're going to see what they are.
Yeah, definitely Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones.
Yeah. He fooled. He had them fooled. And like I was saying before, when they're like, "Yo, we're not going to pay Saquon," the same dumb shit I just don't understand. Saquon was the reason we're in the playoffs last year. I don't understand. No Giants fan. Like, we don't need Saquon. Why? Why don't you? It doesn't make sense. Like, now you make it seem like you can just go get a Saquon. That was my whole thing. Like, yo, we can just get a running back in the 4th round. It don't always work like that. How many Isaiah Pacheco's is there?
Hey, people saying they made holes. Okay, make another hole. Yeah, it ain't that easy, bro.
Bro, it ain't that easy, bro. Not a Saquon though. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's running backs like, oh, he's good. Then you got like a Saquon type of talent. You can split out. He break tackles, and he has home run speed. Like, you're not just finding these running backs on the street. You're not just finding a Christian McCaffrey. You know what I'm saying? You're not just finding these running backs like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Bijan, you spent their 1st-round pick on him, but that's what 1st-round talent looked like. Jahmyr Gibbs, that's what 1st-round talent looked like. You think you're going to get a Jahmyr Gibbs in the 6th round or a Bijan Robinson in the 6th round? No way. You can get somebody to exceed expectations. What you saying, Kim?
Who do you guys think is going to what's your picks for the Super Bowl?
Right now. The playoffs as they sit right now. Who's your Super Bowl picks?
I truly couldn't tell you for the AFC. I'm not going to lie to you. NFC, it's so much more top heavy. I feel like I don't know why. I really can't see the Cowboys beating the Niners. So it's like, to me, it's the Niners to lose the way they're sitting in the 1st seed and whoever plays them. I feel like it's the Niners to lose, man.
The Niners and who? You got to give me one. Give me one guy. Give me a team from the AFC. Close your eyes. Pick a team. Give me one. Who you got?
Well, let
Niners and Baltimore.
Let him pick one. Let him pick one. I'll be on mine.
All right.
I'm going San Fran Buffalo.
No, I was saying
Buffalo.
the same thing.
Buffalo.
I was saying the same thing. I was thinking the same thing. That's why it's hard. I want to say Ravens, but I was saying, no, I don't think the AFC does not want the Bills to make it. I'm telling you, they'll mess up the whole bracket.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to play Josh Allen.
Only team that has Buffalo's number is Cincinnati, and they're not in it for the most part.
They're not in it.
Yeah.
They're not in it.
Right.
So it could definitely be that's OJ. I don't know if you guys watch Mason Cam's show with OJ, but that's OJ's dream. That's OJ's dream Super Bowl.
Bro, that's what, bro. I'm gonna keep it real, man. Like, and this is what I was saying. Like when people were saying Josh Allen's not an elite quarterback, bro. Like Josh Allen makes him that threatening, bro. He's a threatening player for that team against any team in the AFC in the playoffs. Bro, he's a difference maker.
And it's the
like,
NFL, the same thing NBA, where you got a 7-game
any
series,
given Sunday.
Where it's a one-off. Yeah, bro, you don't want Josh Allen in a one-off scenario.
No, bro.
You don't know what he might do. To me, he is the white Cam Newton, prime Cam Newton, not old Cam Newton when he was washed up. Yeah, man, that's what he reminds me of. He does the same thing. Big arm, makes big plays, missing throws that he shouldn't miss, but
take too many hits,
man. And will run over a linebacker. Yeah, he does too much of that.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I like about him. He's mentally tough, bro. He got that dog.
Running over linebacker.
Mentally tough. He can run,
you gotta chill out with that.
And I feel like he a nightmare when it comes to trying to contain him. Like, bro, the amount of sacks and things he does to get out the pocket is crazy. Like, you have to keep him contained. If he gets out of the pocket, it's scary, and it's hard to contain him.
I think he's gonna end up like Cam too, though. Honestly. I think he's going to end up like Cam.
In a couple of years.
For a couple more years.
Yep.
And his body
will fall apart. For sure, because they don't change their philosophy. It's just based off of everything is do or die on Josh Allen. That's how it was in Carolina. It's do or die on Cam. In the Super Bowl, bro, it's do or die on you. Forget the run game. It's do or die on you. If you don't have a great game, you lose.
Yeah, but him and Cam, though, they both keep taking on these defensive players. Like, dude, I understand you can run over a line.
Richardson.
But should you? That's the question.
Mm-hmm.
Should you do it?
Richardson. Take that. He took on one too early, taking on linebackers and safeties, and he's out for the season. Richardson for the Colts, stupid.
The league is crazy, man. Like, even DBs will come down and give you a hit, man. The league, they be hitting grown men. You got to make business decisions. Got to.
Yeah.
You got to take business decisions, bro. Seriously, like, you got to understand, like, Josh Allen, you're taking way too many hits, bro. Like, you're the team. You're the team. Like, Josh Allen's hurt. What are the Bills?
But the thing about those hits is most of the time, it ain't the defender initiating contact. It's Josh hitting it. Like, dude, he will try to run you over.
Oh, you're not. Yeah, he's risky, too. And he tried to hurdle you.
Yeah.
He'll try to jump over you like, man, this man is crazy.
Yeah, all right.
Who do y'all think has a good record but is finished?
The Eagles. Hold up. The Eagles. But hold up. Let me give you my. Now, for real, let me give you my picks, my Super Bowl picks. I'm going to go outside the box, and I'm going to go Detroit Lions versus the Baltimore Ravens.
I say San Francisco.
That'd be crazy.
Kim said who?
San Francisco versus Baltimore.
Kim said San Francisco Ravens. I say Detroit Lions versus the Ravens, or Detroit Lions versus the Browns. That's what the NFL needs, bro.
Do you understand
how much I don't know about the Detroit Lions.
Dan Campbell's
I don't know about that one.
If Dan Campbell gets them to the Super Bowl, you understand how much trash he's going to talk? Man,
I know.
that'd be crazy.
I just can't
Detroit in the Super Bowl.
It's just my prediction.
They're good, though. I give them that. Yeah, they're good.
No. They're definitely good. I feel like I can see the Browns more making it than Detroit, just based off of how they stack up against teams that can. Defense definitely a problem for sure. Defense is a problem, but also what you call it, their passing game. It's not always consistent. They can run the ball, but when they play like against Dallas, that was a great matchup because they can run the ball. Dallas is struggling against running the ball. You know what I'm saying? But when you're going to get to okay, I would say the 49ers. Detroit gets 49ers. To me, their strength is run defense. You can throw on the 49ers. You're definitely able to throw. They can be
So you don't
beat.
trust Jared Goff?
No, it's not exactly. It hasn't been too crazy on their passing game. You know what I mean? It hasn't been too like, oh my goodness, like they're like against elite teams. Like when they played the Ravens, oh my goodness, smoked out the water. I think they put up like 27 in the first half, and the game ended like 37 something to 6 or 14. Like I definitely like what they're doing. I just feel like their defense is just not championship there yet. But I definitely, if they match up with a different team though, you know what I'm saying? Like it depends on the matchups is. That's why it's so good to see who wins and loses out that first round. The matchups is everything. Certain teams match up better than and can sneak in.
That's facts.
Matchups is everything, bro. Literally.
That's facts.
And that's what bro. Matchups is everything.
All right. ATL, what was your question?
Oh, I was just gonna ask you which team with a good record you think is gonna disappoint.
Eagles.
Man, y'all tripping, man.
Nah, bro. I don't know what you see, but I see what I see. Who do you got?
I ain't really had nobody in mind. I was just wondering how y'all was carrying it, but I guess whoever win the NFC South.
Nah, that's not even a good record. Like that's like that's almost a borderline
mediocre
losing record.
Yeah, that's just average. That's basically just at 500. Were they 8-8? Yeah, it's about like 500. But yeah, I would say the Eagles just because
I go Miami.
Nah.
I go Miami.
Nah, I feel like Miami has a shot.
Oh shit. Okay.
I feel like Miami got a shot.
Record that's going to disappoint.
Wow. I mean, I think it depends on who they play.
I can see that.
I think it depends on who Miami plays.
Yeah. Matchups. Right. Yup. Yes.
Matchups. Yup.
Yes. If they play the Bills first round, that's a bad matchup.
I just don't think that finesse football stuff works. Right. That finesse football stuff, it works in the regular season against bad teams and all that. But like, go back to that Eagles game. Y'all remember how they couldn't run against the Eagles? Because all that misdirection and trickery and all that stuff don't work. So you just got to line up and go get it. That's why I don't trust Miami.
No, that's why I feel like it's based off of matchups. Like certain team, like okay, for instance, if they what's a good matchup for them? Like if they match up against let me think is a good matchup for them.
See how specific you got to be? Because they don't want to see Cleveland. They don't want to see Buffalo. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think Buffalo is definitely a bad matchup. No, I think Cleveland is a good matchup. Just
I don't know, bro.
No, look, I'm only strictly
Cleveland
saying
would be a
because
bad matchup for Miami.
I don't think so. You can still because you can still run on them to the outside. You can still use outside runs against Cleveland. Cleveland's good against more power run teams, and you still got to deal with Tyreek and Waddle. I don't feel like the matchup now. You got to match it up offensively, right? Offensively, to me, Joe Flacco's been playing well for them to win, but I don't think that he still turns over the ball a lot. And to me, the Dolphins' defense has been playing better as a league, especially when they played against the Cowboys.
Yeah, but they just lost the second pass rusher on the squad. You see what I'm saying? They just
that is
lost
true. No, that's true. Chubb.
And they thrive off that quick game. But if they turn that corner and they can get to Tua,
true.
That dude's gonna end up concussed again, bro. I don't see it.
That's true. That is true.
We'll see. I can't wait, man. I cannot wait to the playoffs, bro. I can't wait. I just can't wait. It's a lot of we got one more BS week. It really matters more, I guess, in the AFC than it does in the NFC. I think the NFC is basically if everyone wins, they're locked into their spot.
Mm-hmm.
But the AFC, you got, Pittsburgh can still make it. If Pittsburgh gets in, I don't think anybody wants to play Pittsburgh.
We need a couple.
Nope.
I don't know.
Rudolph has breathed life into this team. This is not the same team that lost to the New England Patriots.
Yeah, that non-offensive BS that you seen with Mitchell Trubisky at quarterback. Yeah, nah.
Not the
it's
same
not
team.
Offensive.
Oh man, go back to Matt. Matt Canada,
we definitely look good on the run.
They ran him out of town. Yeah, they ran that boy out of town, man.
Yeah, we did. I feel like, play calling was terrible, but then that's what I'm saying. Like, the players got to take some accountability, bro. Like, even when Canada left, bro, our QB play was bad. We lost the Patriots without Canada, so QB play been average, and then Mason Rudolph been playing good football, so, like, that changes everything. Like, that's what I'm saying. Good QB play is everything. It's everything. That's why it's so important for that. That's why the QB is most like an MVP, because most likely in the Super Bowl, like, it's hard for you to, like, really win a Super Bowl with an average quarterback now. It's not the same game, in my opinion. It's just not the same game.
Unless your team is loaded on defense.
Loaded everywhere, though.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
All other stuff
everywhere.
got to be right. Yeah.
Like, you got to have Pro Bowlers, all pros on both sides, good O-line, run game. Like, it has to be, like, the whole nine.
Yeah.
Gotta be.
You got to have a game manager who knows what he's doing, too, on top of it. Yeah, it's tough.
Mm-hmm.
Does Kansas City make it out of the first round?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Yes.
But, dude, that wide receiver group is the worst wide receiver group in the league right now, and I think one of the worst I've ever seen. Like, that wide receiver group is terrible. It's the Kid Rice and a bunch of guys, man. Like, that group is bad, bro.
Nah,
their defense
that is
is
true.
good, though. And
that's what I'm saying. That's why I feel like they'll be able to stick it. Their defense plays well. Their defense plays well, and at times they do stick to the run. They'll hand the ball to Pacheco. If you got if your defense is good, you're good for playoff ball. But playoff ball is different, man. A lot of teams just play different. Playoff ball is just like, you got to have that defense. So if your defense is good enough, to me, you have a shot.
Okay. All right. Does the Eagles, are they one and done?
Depending on the matchups. I feel like they'll play Tampa Bay. Y'all could beat them. If y'all play somebody South, y'all can beat them.
The Eagles are my sleeper, though. They're going to surprise you.
But to me, if they get matched up with, like, in the next round with the Niners or Cowboys or Lions, I don't know. Because each one of those teams have wide receivers.
Why be scared of the Cowboys?
Right.
The Cowboys are nobody to be afraid of. Like, but the Eagles can't stop nobody.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Yeah. You feel me? Like, if they can't stop the Cardinals, what do you think with the CeeDee Lamb? Like, you gotta be able to nullify something. If you can't stop Greg Dortch,
nobody,
CeeDee Lamb? Come on, man. Like, I don't.
Nobody, buddy. Hold up. Time. The reason that they wouldn't be able, the only reason the Cowboys wouldn't beat the Eagles is because you have to commit to the run to beat the Eagles like that. And Dallas refuses to do that as well. They will not run the ball
and it's Mike McCarthy
30 times a game.
Dude,
they won't do it.
Mike McCarthy's not going to play tight when the playoffs happen, and all of a sudden all that going for it on fourth down and all that go out the window, and he go back to the same old Mike McCarthy? Get scared.
I don't know, because they chose. I don't know, because they choose to. What they do is they don't run the ball. Dallas does not run the ball, and they can't stop the run. So I don't see how that survives in the playoffs.
Agreed. I'm with you.
Shaune hung up.
I just don't get it. But, yo, ATL, my man, I appreciate you.
Crazy? Hell no. Oh, for sure.
What was that?
Thanks for letting me on. I appreciate it.
No. Hold up. I want you to be able to watch this on YouTube. I don't know if you watch it on YouTube or listen to it, but I'm going to put it. You can listen to it on Blog Talk Radio. again. But if you want to subscribe to my channel on YouTube, it's YUN9 space SLIM. Young Slim, and then subscribe. And I would love to have you on again, bro. You're awesome. What's your real name? I just named you ATL, but what's your name?
Oh, Jose.
Jose?
Jose
Okay.
Quavo.
My name is Bud Weiser.
On these blog talk streets. Yeah, sir. On these blog talk streets.
Okay.
But yeah,
well, thank you for coming on, man.
Say the name again so I can find it.
YUN9, Young Slim. YUN number 9, and then Slim, SLIM. That's on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel, man. And we hop on here every once in a while, and then, subscribe to the channel, and
hopefully we'll talk to you again.
I would love for you to come on again, man.
For sure. Appreciate it, man. I'll do that. All right, man. Y'all boys be easy. Happy New Year.
All right. Happy New Year's. Thank you.
Oh, you too, Miss Lady.
You too.
All right. Well, that's the show for today. We're just talking football with Shaune, ATL.
Tommy.
And Tommy.
Some random weirdo calling in.
And there's some guy it's Harold Carmichael's fantasy lover.
Nothing else to do.
Harold Carmichael's fantasy lover. But other than that, it's been all. What's today's date? It is
the 2nd.
The 2nd. January 2nd, 2024. Appreciate everybody listening, and God bless. Good night, and Happy New Year's once again. Thank you, Shaune. Thank you, Tommy. Thank you, ATL. Peace.
Hey guys, it is Ryan. I'm not sure if you know this about me, but I'm a bit of a fun fanatic when I can. I like to work, but I like fun too. It's a thing. And now the truth is out there. I can tell you about my favorite place to have fun. Chumba Casino. They have hundreds of social casino style games to choose from with new games released each week. You can play for free anytime, anywhere. And each day brings a new chance to collect daily bonuses. So join me in the fun. Sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.